Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've always opined on this platform that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, and that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. Yesterday, the United Democratic Alliance Party, associated with the Deputy President Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, announced to the country that they've formally written to the ANC party of Musalia Mudavadi for talks, for coalition talks. And I did a video on that. And because in politics nothing happens out of mere coincidence, the statement by UDA was intended to invoke reaction from ANC party. And today, a letter has emerged. This letter is actually dated on the first day of January 2022. On the day Kenyans were celebrating or marking the first day of the week, of the year, the ANC party issued a statement, a letter, or a notice of a special meeting of its delegates conference. Again, the leakage of this letter is basically to confirm what the United Democratic Alliance Party had previously confirmed, that they had written formal requests to engage on coalition talks. Now, this is the content of the letter, because this letter is convening the National Delegates Conference, and this National Delegates Conference, if you ask me, will basically ratify coalition talks between ANC party and the UDA party. Now, the letter says, notice of special meeting of the National Delegates Conference. Pursuant to the provisions of Article 16.4b and Article 47(2) of the Constitution of Amani National Congress Party, amended October 2021, and having duly consulted the party leader and the national chairman as provided thereunder, I hereby convene a special meeting of the National Delegates Conference of the party to be held at 9 a.m. on 23rd January 2022 at the Bomas of Kenya in Nairobi. So on 23rd of January, ANC party will hold its National Delegates Conference at the Bomas of Kenya. Let me just be very clear that I've not confirmed the authenticity of this letter, but this letter is intended to achieve a specific objective, whether it's authentic or not. Further, pursuant to the party constitution, only the following matters shall be discussed in the meeting. They are very specific, that they have specific matters which shall be discussed. Number one, to read the notice convening the meeting. So you see, they have not given the notice why this meeting has been convened, but on that day, that notice shall be read. It says, number two, pursuant to the provisions of Article 16.2b, ratify specific decisions of Amani Council. Specific decisions. So it means on this day, the Amani National Congress will issue or will give specific decisions which will be ratified. Number three, pursuant to the provisions of Article 16.2b, 2c, ratify Amani Council nominations of the party leader as the party's presidential candidate in the national elections scheduled to be held in August 2022. The other objective of this particular meeting, which is also significant, is that Musalia Mudavadi will be endorsed as the party's presidential candidate. Wiper did that, by the way. So it's nothing new. but there is some hidden details which I'm going to look at. Number 4, it says, pursuant to the provisions of Article 16(2)(c), ratify amendments to the Amani National Congress Party Constitution. So it means there are certain changes to their constitution which they are going to look at. The letter is dated on 1st and it's signed by Simon Kamau, the Secretary General of ANC Party. And just like I keep on saying, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. This letter is intended to achieve specific political objectives. If ANC party, if UDA party indicated that they've already written to the Amani National Congress about formal engagements, then this letter is coming. We can easily conclude that the Amani National Congress, or the talks between UDA and ANC party, are actually at an advanced stage. And let me also remind you that last week there was a major meeting at Bukungu Stadium. That meeting was convened by Francis Atuli and attended by Raila Odinga. By the time Atuli and Raila were organizing this meeting, just rest assured that they already had intelligence about the talks between UDA and ANC party. But let us not get into that. Let us try and focus on the Amani National Congress NDC, which will be held in January around 23rd. But for those who are watching this channel, because I want us to look into the details, if you're watching this channel for the first time, please, I want you to just take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Now, before we get into the details, there is a meeting which also took place today between ANC party and Ford Kenya. In that meeting, there is Johnson Sakaja. There's Johnson Sakaja, who is nowadays in ANC party. Then there is Musalia Mudavadi. There is Moses Wetangula. And then there's another gentleman in red. I don't know him, but I've actually inquired and confirmed that he's a NEC member of Ford Kenya. So it means either Sakaja is a strategist for ANC party, and he was briefing Musalia Mudavadi on certain things. Sakaja has been on record severally that he was the brain behind the move to bring on board William Ruto to Uhuru Kenyatta's side, because he sat Uhuru Kenyatta down and he gave the figures. That's what he's doing here. He's delivering Musalia Mudavadi to Ruto using figures. Maybe if you need a critical analysis of this meeting, let me know in the comment section. Now, let us get into the details about this National Delegates Conference. Why do you think Musalia Mudavadi and his party are organizing this National Delegates Conference? In my view, they are organizing it for 5 reasons. The first reason is that they want to exit One Kenya Alliance movement. The truth of the matter is that One Kenya Alliance movement is going to collapse. And it's going to collapse soon, because Musalia Mudavadi wants to run for the presidency and he wants to align himself with the deputy president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. He's being joined by his brother, Moses Masika Wetangula of Ford Kenya, who is going to run for the Senate, but would want to associate with the DP. On the other side, Gideon Moi has no interest of working with William Ruto whatsoever. Kalonzo Musyoka, I don't think will be comfortable working with William Samoei Ruto. So which means basically that in One Kenya Alliance movement, it's already split. How do you ratify the decision of exiting One Kenya Alliance movement? You call your NDC, and then the NDCs will advise you, because you are the party leader, that get out of that. And that's exactly what is going to happen. Number 2, Musalia Mudavadi has also received offers from William Samoei Arap Ruto. And one of the offer is the running mate. And is also demanding the Nairobi gubernatorial seat for Sakaja, which is also very important political speaking. Mudavadi is going to relay this information to his party. And rest assured, there is no way ANC party is going to reject this offer. Because the truth of the matter is that 2022 politics is turning out to be a two-horse race. It would have been a three-horse race if one Kenya Alliance movement held together. But they are not holding together. So it's turning out to be a two-horse race. Can Raila Odinga appoint Musalia Mudavadi as his running mate? And by the way, if you ask me, Raila Odinga should initiate talks with Musalia Mudavadi or with Weta. I know there's a lot of ego around people supporting Raila, but from the way things are, they need either Weta or Musalia Mudavadi. So on ODM side, Raila Odinga is going to go for a running mate from probably the larger Mount Kenya region. I don't think he's going to go for Mudavadi. So Mudavadi is going to explain to his people during this NDC that we have two offers. The other one just to join one Kenya Alliance movement. The other one is just to join the handshake team and just play there. The other one is to join Ruto and become his running mate. So which one is more lucrative? Politically speaking, joining Ruto is good for Mudavadi. But supporting Raila Odinga is also good for Mudavadi. Assuming Raila Odinga becomes the president, then after 5 years he decides to retire, what will that mean? The Luo nation will be there to be inherited. Mudavadi can easily inherit that if he supports Raila Odinga. But supporting Ruto means Musalia Mudavadi can easily become the deputy president. But the fact of the matter is that if you go by that and you count the number of vice presidents or deputy presidents from Western Kenya, I don't think the Western Kenya region will be excited about Musalia Mudavadi becoming running mate. Having considered how President Uhuru Kenyatta frustrated Ruto, it will be very difficult for anybody to trade the running mate. But that's something which they're going to do. Number 3, which is part of the wider schemes of the deputy president, is that Musalia Mudavadi is going to announce his bid for the presidency. Musalia Mudavadi will be on the ballot. Why is Musalia Mudavadi going to be on the ballot? And how is Musalia Mudavadi being on the ballot going to help William Samoei Arap Ruto? Simple. Very simple. Ruto is keen on blocking Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga can easily get votes from Western Kenya. In fact, those who are supporting Musalia Mudavadi are supporting Musalia Mudavadi because they are not comfortable with supporting Raila Odinga again from Western Kenya. If Mudavadi is going to run, he's going to get some percentage. William Ruto understands so well that he can't win Western Kenya. His only interest is substantial votes from that region, which means we not want a situation where he's going to be in fights with Musalia Mudavadi. So that Musalia Mudavadi will be on the ballot. Then as long as Musalia Mudavadi will be on the ballot, Kalonzo will be on the ballot, we are likely to have a rerun. And that's what the DP is actually targeting. During rerun, and if he's not antagonizing Musalia Mudavadi, then he believes that Musalia Mudavadi can deliver those votes. If Musalia Mudavadi will get 500,000 votes or even 1 million, he can deliver those votes to his basket. That's his plan. So Musalia Mudavadi will announce his bid. It will be color. He will have funds available to campaign just for the purposes of a rerun. Number 4 is Musalia Mudavadi for Nairobi. That's a possibility. You know, if you are to give me the running mate under the current circumstance and you give me Nairobi, I would take Nairobi as a governor. That's something which has been floated for the former vice president Musalia Mudavadi. Run for Nairobi. You have the lawyers, I bring a few Kikuyus, we bring the money, you sell it. Use Nairobi as a springboard for 2022. And 27. Or beyond 27. Nairobi is there. And Musalia Mudavadi is a possibility, is a potential candidate. And lastly, I also think that Musalia Mudavadi is just keen on seeking the mandate of his party on his next course of action. He's going to tell them that for me, I'm leaving One Kenya Alliance movement. So I want to exit it. I'm not going to join Raila. I'm joining Ruto. What's your thought? So if majority are going to agree with him, that will be the end of story. If they are not going to agree with him, then a different story. But in my view, I tend to think that the entire National Delegates Conference is actually designed to endorse Musalia Mudavadi and William Samoei Arap Ruto 2022 political pact. Let me hear your thoughts on that. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. And by the way, is there any law in this country which stops President Uhuru Kenyatta from becoming Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022? Is there any law? Uhuru Kenyatta has the potential of becoming Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.